welcome back to the Tutor Lounge. This evening, our first evening shoot is coming from our studio in Tutakako. Channel North is on holiday at the moment, and they're all, of course, at the beach. We're at the beach. We're into an evening shoot here, and tonight we have got Dave from Catty Cat, and Dave's going to fill us in on what he has done and what he's doing, and how he's connecting people down there in his part of New Zealand. Welcome, mate. Thank you, Dave, and thanks for coming into the studio and doing this first inaugural one with us. So, mate, just tell us a little bit about what you're doing down there with your groove. And
well, we're a group of musicians, a collective, if you will, of people who have a kindred spirit, who just want to get together and gather around music.
Yeah.
And it's a case of I've created a music space where I live. I live on a kiwifruit farm in the Bay of Plenty, and luckily I don't have too many neighbours, so I can crank it up.
Make a noise.
Make a noise, as you do, but also a space where people can come at whatever level and express themselves musically.
Right, very good, man. Cool.
Yeah, so
sounds great.
So that's what we've been putting out there, and slowly but surely, people are starting to come and express themselves.
Yeah, right. So, do you record some of that stuff too?
We do. We, call it jam sessions.
Yeah.
Excuse me. We record just on a little handheld recorder.
Mm-hmm.
We're not recording and putting anything out into YouTube. Having said that, we are getting a bit of a library together of visuals, of MIDI files. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, sounds good, mate. So the people that are coming in, obviously they've been magnetised, pulled in, by that power, and they're bringing some kind of cool stuff too.
Oh, very much so, because the whole idea is it's a little bit of anarchy, if you will.
Right.
Just the rules are there are no rules. So we've got a lot of different genres. We're not saying we are a metal band or a folk band or a reggae band. We just are a group of musicians, and if you have the right vibe, and you come with the right vibe and prepared to share and enjoy music, you're welcome. And from that, different groups may form. We've had a couple of groups that have formed out of that.
Yeah, it's the spawning room, huh?
The spawning room,
just a note on that too. It's interesting what Dave said, and we've experienced this many times in our musical life. It's about the chemistry of people making groups work, and bands work, and you can have the best abilities, but if the chemistry doesn't work, it doesn't work. When you're putting bands together, and it's something that is vital to look for first. And that's really why Dave's here today too, because we jammed with him last night, and there was a certain synchronicity that happened between us, it makes it work, and that's what makes great groups work, even though they probably fight a hell of a lot in between. When they get on stage, it works, and that's when it's really important. So what have you got here with you today, mate? It's a beautiful looking guitar.
Well, this is a bit of Australian made timber from Mayton. Yeah, good old girl. I've had this for about 10 years now.
How many guitars do you have?
I normally play electric.
Right.
This is, as we met the other night, last night.
Yes.
It's great just with a group of people just to break out the acoustic and just share a bit of soul. I don't actually know. I think I've got about 8 or 9 or 10 guitars. I don't really count. I like my Les Pauls, my vintage Les Pauls. I'm a complete devotee to analog.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that the human brain is an analog being. We hear an analog. We aren't digital yet. So everything in my music equipment and the people that I play with, we really have a lot of analog gear. And that comes through in our sound, what we try to create. It's a very literally organic because of that feel that we create.
Very well said. Very well said. Good on you.
And finding kindred spirits without, as you said last night, it's not about having a big discussion about music. It's just some people you just
get down to it.
You just click.
Last night. I enjoyed it a lot, mate. It was a fantastic night last night. That was New Year's Eve, by the way. We were having a great old time, bringing in the new year like everybody else was, playing some music. So about the guitar, mate, what's its features and
what I normally do? I mean, like I said, most of the time I play electric.
Yep.
What I'm doing a little bit at the moment is just I'm doing a bit of the old.
Yeah, drop E.
Drop D.
Yeah, drop D. Right.
And then just like last year. It's out of tune. Your girl's out of tune.
Well, there's an important thing. Why don't we have a look at giving a little bit of an air tune? Do you mind doing that for us?
Sure.
That would be a great thing, you know,
Sure.
for this. How do you tune your guitar, Dave?
Well, most people, if you go to a store and they say, you'll go up to the 5th fret. Oh, gee, it's a bit flat. Oh, that sounds okay. Then you go to the next one. But what I do is I listen to the notes. And I hear that wave of sound. Here, to me, it, it just flows. You just, that's, I listen to the notes together in unison. I don't usually. Yeah, some people really need pedals and you add a little tuner on the ground. That's not my style. As long as you get your E right, you hear it come in. What we were last night was that Aiden tuned it to E flat. This is probably a little bit of not of much interest to other musicians, but a lot of people like to tune the guitar down a bit so that their vocals can reach it.
Right, okay.
This is normally concert
So
pitch.
just say that again. They would tune their guitar down a bit so that the register in their voice can reach it so it's not too high.
Think about U2, think about Jimi Hendrix, think about many top musicians. What they did was just drop from standard concert pitch down a semitone, just so their vocals could get in there, because Bono wasn't there to crash on a singer, you know, so they all dropped their guitars down a semitone.
Right.
Last night, Aiden doesn't like his voice too high. We were at Aiden's.
Right.
And so we all dropped down to E flat. So I think this girl's way out of tune right at the moment. But the way I tune is listen to my ear.
Yeah.
And we've all got an ear. You just got to listen to the notes. You can hear the wave.
Yeah. Sure. It's pretty nice. There's nothing wrong with that.
If you go to a music store, they go.
Right.
Yeah. Or you buy, or more importantly, they'll sell you a tuner for $100. It's important to listen. I mean, that's what we were doing last night, and this is back to the music vibe. It's all about listening to each other and creating. The most important note, I believe, is the note you don't play.
Right.
I think if we all as musicians
listen
and forget about what it is just you want to do, but listen to the song you're creating, and more importantly, the notes you don't play. Welcome to good music.
Yeah, less is more. So well said again, mate. And space is what's most beautiful about music.
Well, movement, isn't it?
And just having that space, that openness of sound. So don't try and play too much. You know, we all want to, especially drummers and lead guitarists. You know,
and lead guitarists.
Yeah, because they just got toys in front of them, you know, and they want to use them all the time.
And a lot of music is quite ego based, isn't it?
You know?
So. And a lot of music here now is just walls of sound, you know, people on freight trains in the same direction.
It's a good point too, you know, to talk about that ego thing, because it ruins a lot of stuff, and I've had to learn that myself over the years, just to start playing, for yourself, but playing for other players around you, listening for what they're doing and leaving space, and through just doing that, you automatically create dynamics, right? Dynamics are beautiful because you're up, and then you pull it all down, and you leave this breathing space for somebody to do a beautiful lead or you know, whatever it is that they do. So important again is space. It's a tasty conversation, man. It's really
every
good.
song should be a journey.
Yeah.
You know, if the musos that I enjoy playing with is taking music on a journey. And not only for yourself as musicians, but for those listening. And that's all about dynamics. It's about playing what you're feeling, you're listening to each other, you're hearing the space. and usually the space dictates a bit of movement. Oh, we're going to move there. And yeah, sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't. And that's what's great about musicians and jamming. We're in a position though, the group, there's a few of us that want to take it to the next level.
What's that level, Ben?
Well, the next level is actually writing our own material, and whether we perform it live or get it onto YouTube or whatever. We've got that's a goal. It's just getting all the people together. It's not like we're all 18 years old anymore.
You've got lives.
So practically
lives
we're going to make it happen.
And husbands.
But that's right. But so having said that, if art's your passion, then art's your passion, and you will create what is from your heart, and hopefully, likes the track, you know. So we're finding like-minded people with it, and it'll happen. It will happen.
Well, thanks for that, mate. Because often I think that it's not going to happen.
Little faith.
Yes. True enough.
Sometimes, mate, you just got to. And it's not always, you've got to let go a little bit of control. It's a little the balance between projecting and creating something, but also learning to let go and release and let it maybe happen or maybe not. And people, and in the end, it's all perfect. You know, but you've got to make the effort to put it out there for sure. So sow the seed. And see if it grows, you know.
Sow the seed and then grow the seed.
Sometimes it's weedy, sometimes it's not, you know. But
true.
more often than not, it bears forth fruit. Hey, and there's an underground swell of people that want to.
Get back there, right?
I think the music industry has changed a lot in that now a lot of music is downloaded. I see the music industry as a place of, possibly in a good way, of bringing forth a live medium again, where the live music is actually what it's all about, because it's that connection between people and an audience connection, and we have a gift to share. So let's share the gift.
I think I can relate to that.
I just come through with certain ideas, and hopefully if I play those ideas to people, maybe they want to jump on board, you know. So that's the sort of stuff I just sit down and lay down a groove to some people, and then my drummer jumps in and away we go. And,
one of the things that you did there was like a hammer-on. That's a really nice sound. Can we just have a look at that again?
I do a lot of bending.
Did you bend both ways, by the way, mate?
Of course.
Well, some guys bend up all the time, only, you know. Very few guys I see bending down, you know.
The thing with an electric guitar, as opposed to an acoustic, is that the strings are under a lot less tension. So if you look at a lot of the classic licks, most of the Gilmore / Page is, you know, up. And then they get up there and I'm no good at that stuff, and then squeeze it. There's a lot of stringer, you know. You know, it's working the string. My style that I play, I'm just a basher, man. I just enjoy making noises. That, as opposed to, you just got to work the strings. You know, they're under your fingers, and the biggest thing about music is just listening. Just learn to listen what you're doing, and it's all perfect. It's all good. Doesn't matter about whether you think you're good enough or not. It's got nothing to do with that. We're all creators, you know, so we all just got to get onto whatever instrument is of choice and give it a go.
I've got mine.
I'm just self-taught.
Go get yours, man. Go get that instrument that you feel is your one, because everybody's got the ability. If you have a call for music, you know, go get it, man. If you've got a guitar in your room, go get it. If you've got a ukulele somewhere or a harmonica, go get it and you know, get on it. Start blowing on it and pushing on it.
I think if you connect to a place, for myself, every musician has its own journey. You know, they do it for their own reasons. But if you connect to that place, which you know as a musician, that is your own special place, where you feel your music, and it's yours. If you connect to that place, and it's real, people listening to it will feel it too.
Yeah.
And it's all about that connection.
Yeah.
And that is to me is the joy of music.
Yeah.
Is that live creativity. We play original music. I mean, that's
here,
what we
mate.
do. We focus.
Yeah.
I'm nothing against covers. I'm not at all. But that's just the focus that we're doing, and whether something comes out of it, I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely hopeful.
Yeah, and I'm sure it will, mate. And I found that place last night playing with you guys, that's for sure. So cheers, here. I know you've got a beer open there somewhere because it is the evening, and we are drinking a Bex and whatever else that is. Thanks for that, mate. That was very, very cool last night.